We're starting off high.
We can get
I think
two fools agree on that one. Oh, by the way, look, we got the wide shot.
there was you had accountability. Now what I can
Now all you need is a podcast and a YouTube channel.
no, not even.
Where give me the money. Show me the money.
Apparently there's a Foolproof page.
Shoot the J. Shoot it. Live on Facebook.com/Foolproof Entertainment Network. I need you on Twitter. I need you to repost the Facebook pages.
To raise a human before I would
Trust a human to raise back wolves.
before I would trust a pack of humans to raise a wolf.
Right. I hear you. Yo, what up, fools? Welcome to another edition of Do Fools Agree.
Do Fools Agree.
Always.
As always, I'm your host, Michael Reggie, here with my main man, Clifford Jordan Jennings.
Why you biting my style, bruh?
Listen, baby. I had it planned in my mind that you would continue talking and we would be doing it at the exact same
At the
time.
same time. I'll keep that in mind for next time, then.
Yeah, just remember that.
So you sitting here giving me shit about being late, and the thing was I was here and Zoom was signed on, but I got a package delivery at 9 o'clock at night for some reason.
Yeah, you try and make excuses.
Nope, wait. And the irony of it is that I've had like 2 or 3 packages stolen recently, and this was the hardware to mount a drop box on my porch, so people stopped stealing my shit. But it would have been fucked up if somebody had stolen the hardware that I was going to use to put up the drop box.
It'd have been like, God damn, we can't even use this unless we start placing orders.
Ready to burn motherfuckers to the ground over this shit.
Listen, that's ignorant. I almost kind of wish you would have got robbed for that.
They get away with some concrete anchor screws.
Yep, just so they could be like, damn.
No. What I want to know is, what is the dude doing with my HP 67 ink from a printer from 4 years ago that doesn't get made anymore?
Do you hear what I'm saying? That's the whole reason why my printer still isn't working to this day.
Because you put that non-HP ink in it.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Yeah. All that bullshit.
You know, what are you gonna do about it?
You know, what can you do about it?
And I am waiting for I used my heating press for the first time today. And
you got one.
I didn't wear the new shirt yet because I fucked it up. So,
well, let me know. I dropped through.
Yep, you can show me how to use it and all that.
You are my expertise.
Nah, dude, I bought a Cricut too. I just need to fucking learn how to use it.
Oh no, that's easy. That's cakewalk.
It should be.
Yes, cakewalk. As soon as you download it. The only issue that I'm finding out with them is if you like, I bought the laptop and all that around the same time.
Right.
So now that my laptop is becoming out of date and needing updates for Windows, it's fucking with my Cricut to where I have to delete the app and re-download it just to use it. And it only takes about, 2-3 minutes, but it's still an inconvenience.
Right.
Like you said, enough for me to be like, I'm not doing it today.
Right, I'm not doing this right now.
Yeah, I thought I was going to make some shirts, but I'm not downloading.
I'm out.
I'm turning it off. Right.
So
technology.
I saw someone with you before the show. Where have they gone? I thought they were going to be on the show with us.
She's still around. She gonna be in this bitch. My motherfucker, I ain't talked to her in a minute. Glad to hear that she doing well. She gonna be back.
I haven't heard her. I haven't seen her in it's been a minute, like probably a year or two, but it hasn't.
Right.
Yeah.
It ain't hella, but you know, it's been a while.
It's been enough.
I get it though. Motherfuckers need breaks from me every now and again, so I get it.
And I got a text from our boy down in Houston earlier today too. So.
For real? What he on? He might drop in?
Nah, he's going through some shit and he was looking for help. And I was like, dude, I can't. Like, normally I'd help you out in a heartbeat. I got my own shit going on right now. Been out of a job since January. Finalizing a divorce next week. Like, I owe lots of people money right now.
Listen, I think we all hiding from somebody at the moment. And I don't really do much hiding, but
not hide. I just don't answer.
But I mean, that's hiding, in my opinion. Like, you see him calling and you like, nah, I ain't got that to do. You still hiding from a motherfucker. And I don't do well hiding.
No, I'm with you.
I don't hide from. I mean, check the Addy, motherfucker. All the shit's right. If you really want that shit, come get it.
Right, come find me.
I ain't got it. I'll give it if I had it. I don't have it, so. Hopefully I get it by the time y'all still need it, but I'm thinking I won't have it till about 7 to 10 years.
Catch me in 8 to 10.
Right, when that shit's off my credit. That's probably around the time I'll get it.
Right.
If you really want to know. If you want the truth. If you want me to answer the phone and tell you when I'll have it, probably when you stop looking for it. That's when I'll have it. Right. The fuck are you asking me
for?
Hey, weirdos. I'm broke. We're all broke. The world's broke. Why are you still in business giving money to broke motherfuckers?
This economy's a bitch.
You feel me? And y'all didn't think to hop out with Silicon Valley? Like, y'all dumb. That's on y'all. I don't know what to tell you. I don't have it.
I don't got it. And if I had it, I probably still wouldn't give it to you. But
listen, I'm just saying, I have it when you stop looking for it. That's exactly when I'll get it.
I've decided I'm not. I've decided that once I finalize everything, I'll pay my last attorney bill and have it be my last attorney bill.
I know that's right. Well, let's cross our fingers, toes, and knock on wood, because you never know. But
true.
Let's hope.
Well.
Let's hope that that's our last attorney bill. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, fuck it. Both of us. I'm included in that divorce, because let's hope that's our last attorney bill.
Amen.
No problem.
Amen. I am with you there. You got any inadvertents to get us going?
I do.
All right.
I do. And I know some of it stems from the show that I asked you to watch.
Yep.
To all my showers heads out there, if you're looking for a good watch, that Cities of the Underworld is nice. Did you watch more than one episode?
I got through 2 of them, and by the midpoint of the first one, A-Reg actually kind of put down his video games and watched with me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That show's very interesting. And I'm not, like, I'm sure motherfuckers that have listened to the podcast know by now, we're clearly not monetized. That's number one, because I can't stop cussing in the first. I just can't do it. Secondly, what was I talking about?
Ancient cities. Or ancient weapons and cities of the underground.
Yeah, cities of the underground. Secondly, I'm not no educational nigga, right? Like, that's not the, like, I remember when my grandfather, Pippa.
You're wise. You're wise. Smart.
Right.
You're smart in your own way, but you're wise.
Right. I remember he used to watch 2 things, actually, I remember. He would watch surgery shows during dinner, because he would try to see whose stomach would get upset, and that shit don't really bother me. That might be that might add to some of the issues that I have today. But Second, he would watch these history shows. And back in those days, like the 90s and shit, of course, we weren't discovering all this. So all of the history shows were about the war.
Right.
I'm so fucking sick. I'm sick of seeing the war.
Right. World War I, World War II, like
it got to the point that I would be able to sit there and watch a gastric bypass while I'm eating my dinner. But if he turned on the war, I'm taking my food up into the kitchen. I'm not watching TV with you anymore.
I'm done. I get
but
that.
But now I feel like it's almost fucked up, right? I almost feel like the History Channel is 150 proof. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like it's you were old. Damn near, you were before you're definitely old, i.e. History right. Channel. And then you were before your time as well.
Yeah.
Because as much as people could do with watching the History Channel, it wasn't a lot of history to really be covered that you didn't already know.
Right.
But nowadays, the shit that they're uncovering and discovering, it's like, where's the History Channel to tell us all this? Well, you feel what I'm saying?
What's funny is that, like, the History Channel, Discovery, a bunch of those, I'll call them niche cable shows or niche cable stations, like, went so far removed from what their original, like, goal and mission was that they lost sight of things. And to your point, like, it wasn't about history, or it was repeating the same stuff over and over again. And then they went, you know, a little incredulous. Well, Discovery went off the rails because they had things like, what was Honey Boo Boo from or whatever. But, like,
was that Discovery?
That was Discovery. And like the Learning Channel and like those kind of things, like they stopped being what they were about and just joined the hysteria around like reality television, when really those niche things could have done really well, and especially now. But those channels have all lost kind of sight of their goals and missions, and they just don't do it anymore.
Your Godfather.
But I'm trying to remember. Like, I know we watched both those shows on Hulu, but were they History Channel shows?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah, I really don't know, but I know that you are absolutely correct with the Discovery joint. I was never a fan of that. I love you too, G. I was never a fan of no Discovery channel, nothing.
I liked Mythbusters. Like, Mythbusters was a good show.
Love Mythbusters.
And I'm pretty sure that was Discovery.
It was. Love Mythbusters, and I loved no, that was A&E. A&E, American Chopper was A&E.
Yeah, I think so.
But if I'm remembering correctly, Discovery Channel did have a few car shows.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Go ahead and scoot. Okay. Well, yeah, they had a couple car shows. I can't remember which ones they were, but I'm sure Discovery Channel had at least one car show that I was interested in.
Okay. No, that makes sense.
Especially back in the day.
Well, and I liked a lot of their, like, space programming. Like, what was NASA doing? Like, and now,
I understand that.
And now the only place where you find that kind of stuff, again, is, like, streaming or YouTube or, I don't know.
There this motherfucker go.
Uh-oh.
Let me get in here.
We got somebody in the building.
Let's do it. Face in the building.
Let me scoot.
What up, Face?
I ain't giving
what's going down with everybody.
I ain't giving the introduction again.
Oh, we ain't got to do. I don't need no introduction.
But this is one of my favorite motherfuckers. I will keep it a Buckingham.
It's nice to be here.
I've been asking her to get on this motherfucker for
For 4 years.
Listen,
man.
I'm pretty sure we talked
here.
about having her on in year 1. Pretty
Right.
sure.
Listen, I'm here.
And
I'm ready.
I wish I could remember what it was she always used to tell me too. She used to say some weird shit like, if I don't got nothing to talk about, I don't
want to be on there.
Right. It was something like
You
that.
gotta be having something to talk about on the podcast.
I be telling her all the time, I don't have nothing to talk about.
No,
Every
we just
time I hop on
we
it,
just
That's
rip
the
for
fun
2
thing
hours.
about the show, though. I like that. There
Right.
ain't nothing really to talk about.
it
Just
go
talk about
anywhere.
everything.
It go any fucking where.
It does.
But
Last week
Let
is a
me-
great example of that.
don't bring up last week. Motherfuckers might get in trouble.
Pour me something in there.
Powers that be might be watching and be like
I have no powers that be
I'm
right now,
just
so cheers.
I'm scared.
listen, and that's what's up.
Can I have
At
my
this
drink?
point, you the powers that be.
Right.
And if
What's
you want,
new?
I don't know if you want that. or
What's
not.
new, y'all?
I mean,
Tell me
face,
something.
there's a lot going on.
Well, listen. I didn't get to finish my inadvertent
Oh,
thought.
I'm sorry. Circle back.
And Face, you may have one too. So, an inadvertent thought is your first time on the show.
Mhm.
An inadvertent thought is something that just like clicks to you, like throughout the week, something that you wasn't even really thinking about, and you like, well, why do they do that, or how did this become? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like a thought.
okay.
So mine, I'll say, stems from that show, Cities of the Underworld. You got Hulu?
I do. City
Check out Cities of the Underworld.
Okay, what type of show we talking about?
It comes on the History Channel.
Okay.
And for the listeners out there, it's how would you describe it, Mike?
Nah,
It's,
the way I describe it is it's basically lost history. Like, so the first 2 episodes that I watched one was about, I think it was in Scotland, Edinburgh, and the other
when
was
the plague
in,
came and shit.
Yep, and then
Okay.
the other one was Berlin. And basically it was excavating, not even excavating, but like exploring these buildings, these structures, these entire communities
That are below
Mhm.
our earth.
that are below ground
Like
because
dirt.
they literally built
Like if
cities
that was like
up
if you was
and
in the
over
water.
them.
So let me give you an example. So in the episode that he's talking about,
Mm-hmm.
the Scotland one,
Okay.
this is when the plague started happening, right?
Got you.
And they explain, right? So it's like New York at that point. We don't have rooms, so we build on top of each other.
Got
The
you.
people on top didn't have natural plumbing.
Hmm.
So they would throw their shit out of the window.
Oh my gosh.
Right. So the people at the bottom,
Mhm.
when the rain came,
Were
all the
literally
shit
living
would
in
come
sewage.
into their house.
Goodness.
So listen, it got so bad that the country built over all of those apartment complexes. So imagine like the Mount Vernon high rises, them
Okay.
10-story
That's what I thought.
joints.
Mhm.
They go bad. We're going to build on top of them. We're going to put dirt over them and
Mhm.
build on top of them. So basically, Scotland and hella other places have underground cities that
Oh,
nobody
shit.
knows about. That's basically what the
Oh,
show's
that's
about.
fly, though.
Exactly.
That's
So the
kinda
show's
deep.
about all the different places that have underground cities you would
Mhm.
never know about. So my inadvertent thought comes, right? And I know this doesn't necessarily apply to the United States,
Mhm.
because let's be real. You're right. No, I like that. I like that.
Nah,
look.
because you don't know. Like, I
Yeah.
guarantee you there's stuff buried under New York City.
I guarantee.
You
And
know
what
what?
is-
It's funny y'all
New
say
York is
That's what I was gonna say. Like when you think about that, like with the water, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? How far you can never really go down into the water to see what exactly is down there because we can't get down there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And there's stuff under there you would never even know.
and
So
then
of
think
course.
about this. The levels rise every year.
Mhm.
Right.
So if the
Yep.
world's been here for thousands and thousands of years, then of course there's all this history
It's
that's
buried.
been sunken
Yep.
by the water.
Yeah.
And y'all won't even go down there deep enough to see.
Uh-oh.
Indeed, we can't.
Uh-oh, the REITs chiming in with check out Seattle's underground and Cincinnati's.
Ooh, I didn't know about Cincinnati.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing is that, like, if you think about it, like the Edinburgh one's interesting because they like, it's mostly centered around that like main bridge, right?
Right.
And what they did is that they started by building buildings on the bridge, and then they built high rises next to the bridge, and it just kind of kept funneling out.
Right.
Eventually, yes, they buried it and put dirt over. But that was actually the interesting thing about the Berlin one was they were talking about this Nazi fortress that the Allied forces after the war literally took rubble from a lot of different places and shipped it to this Nazi fortress and literally dumped.
Was that the one where they were both? Was that the one where they were both a wall apart from each other and didn't know?
No, but
the World War II allies and the Nazi.
There was part of that in that same episode. This was like this big silo that had previously been, I think, like natural gas or something that they were using for fuel that they turned into a military fortress. But what they did was they dumped all this rubble from all the bombings in Berlin and everywhere else nearby and literally covered it with rubble and then eventually covered it with dirt to the point where like trees, grass, forests on top of it. However, they only could do like 3/4 of the silo because the final face of the silo, the final face of the fortress, pointed against like a steep cliff into a railway.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So they couldn't bury it, and that was like it's interesting. And I've heard this before, and I don't remember what the exact stat is, but it's something like within 15 to 30 years of humans not taking care of infrastructure, Mother Nature will wipe it away.
Right. And I don't even think it's that long.
With trees,
I don't think it's 15.
Ivy, whatever it is.
Right.
Like, you see it like I have to every year pull grass out of my sidewalk, right?
Right.
So imagine like towns or whatever, especially if you're talking about pandemics like smallpox or the plagues or things like that. The amount of people that died that they either didn't want to get to them because they didn't want to deal with the bodies because that's how people were getting sick. That they just built over it and built on top of it.
That's Scotland.
Right. That was Scotland.
That's a Scotland episode.
Because you even see them find like skeletal remains. Like they found like a jaw.
That's so wild.
Right. When I tell you, listen, what was the other one? You might not have saw this one. I think it was in England.
Okay. London probably has the same thing going on. Probably from the same like World War II era.
Fuck the England one. There was one here. So I'm glad that my REITs chimed in with that because I'm lying to myself. There was one here and it came during the Prohibition. So instead of when the Prohibition happened, what happened was people would make distilleries, but they would make them underground.
They talked about that one in the Scotland one because it's the birthplace of whiskey, right?
And what they would do is they would ship the liquor they got from their distillery through the underground tunnels to the next town, so they never had to go by police.
Fire.
So
it had to be done too,
right?
You
so
know what I mean?
here go my inadvertent thought. You think about how strong our country is about not building or digging. Don't build on your ground. Don't make a garden on your ground. Don't dig on your ground. You might hit a power line. Power line sounds scary though, don't it? But what might you hit?
But you know what? To take
underground
with that, you know why they don't. It's just like when the Native Americans said, "Do not build on it." You know what I'm saying? Because of everything up underneath. You know what I'm saying? And how it's going to ruin stuff. But instead, we still do it.
We've been doing that for years.
You know what I mean? That's what we do. So you can only imagine, really, like I said, they done built over a lot of stuff in America.
You would think though, if it was hella spots underground in America, we would know about them though, because you think about fracking, you think about all the shit that we do here. Somebody would have hit something and been like, you see this palace underground?
Yeah, but it all comes back to this. And if you're paying for
That
the
money.
rights to dig, you're not going to be
That-
talking
Yeah,
about
you
what
can't-
you found
Yep.
because all you're going to do is you're going to shoot your rights to dig.
Right.
Right.
Because
You
then
gonna
it
have
becomes
a,
a historical site and you can't dig there anymore.
What do
You
they
think
call
they're going
it?
to talk about it?
You're gonna have a no. What is it called? A non-disclosure clause
Right.
like Drake or Donald
Mhm,
Trump.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I'll fuck all the porn stars I want, but you better not talk about it.
Okay, exactly. Fuck all the porn stars you want, but you
Sign
better
this
not say nothing about
motherfucking
that
piece
shit.
of paper.
Right.
This
Exactly.
non-disclosure.
See, now
Yeah.
I'm curious about Cincinnati's. I'll have to research that one and go
Yeah,
check
no,
it out.
I
Say
want to
it
know.
once.
There's
What's
got to
the
be
show? What's the name of the show one more time?
Cities
Say it
of the
like you're here.
Underworld.
What
Two
is
Fools
it?
Agree.
Cities of the
Oh, the
Underworld.
show for Hulu, the
Yeah.
Cities of the Underworld.
Cities of the Underworld.
Cities of the
That's what I'm talking
Underworld.
about. Y'all,
Check
y'all
that
gotta check
motherfucker out. She pulling them out.
You know, like I said, do fools agree? Big Mike and OE.
We in this bitch.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but the other ones though, I know you ain't get that deep, but when they did the Dracula,
Which
You ain't
is that
see
on
the
Cities?
Dracula
Is that on
episode?
Cities of the Underworld?
I gotta
yeah.
see. I don't.
Okay.
I gotta see
it's
the
on
show.
Hulu. I'm telling you, he said his son even stopped playing the video game and started watching the show.
Oh, yeah, I
I'm
gotta
telling
see
you,
that.
when you watch this show, it will blow your fucking mind.
Oh, if it's like that, my son will definitely stop and watch it. Let's
Man,
see what it is.
It'll blow. So they got first of all, I didn't even know Dracula was Vlad the Impaler.
Vlad the Impaler. Yep.
I didn't know that was Dracula.
Well, that's what it's based. Like, that's what people believe the Dracula myth is based on. Is Vlad the Impaler.
But it's not like Vlad the Impaler was like sucking blood or nothing.
No, but he was a very bloody ruler.
Okay.
And so,
But
Gotcha.
see, that's
It's
crazy
The
though.
concept of
Yeah,
it.
and I understand that. Yeah, because he did. They said that what he would do is if he sentenced you to death, he would stick you on like 3 or 4 trees and oil the trees so your body weight slowly took the trees through your body, like to kill you, like you would fall through a spike.
Oh, snap.
That's how he got the
Okay.
Impaler
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
Well, and
Okay.
they used to. That used to be the bamboo torture in. Far
Oh yeah,
East.
I'm sure them Asians had that. That he got that from there.
Right.
Let's keep it a buck.
You got that from there.
You hear me? Not trying to be no racist or nothing like that. But if we know Japanese was doing water torture where they would drop a,
Drip on your forehead.
then we know they was putting motherfuckers on a
Well,
stick.
And the
For
bamboo shoes.
Popsicling
certain.
niggas. Popsicling niggas.
For certain. There's no way around that.
Well, and bamboo will do the same thing. Like if you tie someone down or restrain somebody basically over a field of where bamboo is growing, it will grow through
Right.
them.
It'll what?
It will grow through them, and bamboo grows fucking quick.
Bamboo it can grow through your body.
Uh-huh.
Listen,
Wow.
these motherfuckers
It's
found
so, you
out
know,
some shit.
It's just stuff that you never even think about that they starting to come out with now. You know what I'm saying?
But see,
Where it's like-
no.
But that's the thing.
They've been doing this history.
We
They've
ain't
been
paying attention.
exactly.
We
Now
watching.
we're figuring
Now
it
we're
out.
watching. Now everybody woke to it.
Right.
That's what it is.
Well,
Now it's like,
exactly.
Show
And
us
you know
something.
what? That just triggered an inadvertent for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Stuff like this gives a lot of credence to technology being around
Mhm.
before we thought it was
Right,
around
right,
in terms
right,
of building
right.
things like the pyramids, like the
Mhm.
7 Wonders, like
Who would have thought that just dropping water on somebody after a while
You know,
would
it is so crazy because it almost makes you seem like does it really work? Like would I try it over? Like somebody do it to me. Let me see how crazy it is.
you would have to you
would
would have
take a
to
long
well
time.
you would have to be there for a whole day.
Like
You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying like to really do it to somebody like to where they know like my life is really over. Nobody's coming to help me.
Right.
It would
It
take
makes it even more crazy.
months.
Yeah.
It would take months.
It's torture.
Probably
That's it,
even
that's
not.
all.
How
That's why
long
they
did
call
it?
it torture?
30 days for you to last without eating, 7 days without water.
7 days
Yeah, it's
So
without
like-
water.
it take at least 7 days. Unless you can work your mouth up to catch some of them drips. You
That's
a
the
dead
only-
man.
For sure.
You a dead man. That's
Uh-oh.
crazy.
and Superfan chiming in with fun
Uh-oh,
fact.
Mander.
part of the Vlad the Impaler legend is that he invented a method to measure the blood that came out of his victims.
Oh, that would be how you would get that Dracula name, huh?
That is exactly how you would get that.
Like what you doing with the blood?
Yep.
He must be drinking.
He must be. Because where else?
That's like telephone.
Well, I
That's
mean,
exactly, that makes sense.
And you see, the Reeds got quiet when we started talking about Dracula because she's a vampire. That's why she's
been drinking blood for years.
That's why she worked for the Red Cross for 30 years.
I've been asking. Reeds never answered the question.
But we'll see.
You know, she can't
Reeds
go into a house unless she's
arm.
invited.
My Reeds just broke her arm last week and ran 6 more miles to finish her race. So
That's
what
dry.
blood,
That's dry.
what Gatorade O positive was you drinking, my Reeds?
She just
To
bit
pour that off.
You do
the
that.
medical trainer.
Make you be able to pour that off.
I knew you was gangster, but that's gangster.
That's serious.
No,
That's,
we never asked
that's
what
something
happened to
you
the person that helped her.
Right.
Poor
Fools agree.
Steve is
Fools
lost
agree.
in the woods somewhere.
Agree there. I don't know what happened.
That's
But
like
I'm telling you.
the 2 gay dudes that got pulled over by the cartel. We don't know
Right.
what happened. It's
No,
okay.
they let them go.
It's okay.
They let them go.
They
It's okay.
did.
It's okay.
That was good for their brand,
It's okay.
Yeah.
man. That's still that. I swear that video still brings me joy.
I'm gonna have to look it up again.
And I still think to myself, if only the police
Police
could
in
treat
America.
niggas like the Mexican street gays.
Okay,
it'd be
listen.
all right.
And then, you know that ain't happening in no time. That ain't happening in no time soon. Shit. You know, but I
You hear
mean,
me?
but we can all wish. We can all wish that
Right.
it would.
And we will. We'll
And
continue to.
it will. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't in our time.
But yeah, nah.
That's all. It just ain't in our time.
Nah, it ain't gonna be in nobody's time until everybody turn beige, like Theo Von
Right.
said.
Listen,
So everybody turn my daughter's complexion,
I'm gonna tell you.
and nobody knows who's what.
Honestly, I feel like that's where it's headed. Everybody,
Me-
it's gonna. I mean,
Meanwhile, I
everybody's
kept
just
up-
gonna
I kept
be,
A
up
lot
the,
faster than you think, too.
Yes.
Meanwhile, I
it's
kept up
like-
the pale, blonde hair, blue eyed gene with my
It's all right.
offspring.
You
It's all right.
listen,
He grandfathered in.
He's grandfathered.
okay, for sure.
He grandfathered in. I'm gonna make sure my guy's correct. That's a fact.
Yeah.
He already got everything he need. You gotta check my guy out, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's nuts.
Listen, I don't have a boy.
I want to
And-
see him. All I get to do is see him online. You know what I'm saying? Doing this little thing, and I heard that he got a J out this world.
He
know,
does.
Man,
And
Listen,
he's apparently
Jupiter
got an
just
arm
made the
because
All-Star team.
he's freaking he's thrown for 6 scores in flag football in 2 games.
Oh yeah. Listen, Jupiter's this is his
He
first
a
season
touchdown.
in flag football right now.
Mike
Yeah.
remember Jew?
Oh, I
They
know
Huh?
what he
used
does.
to kick
Listen,
it back in
I
the
know
day.
what
I
he does.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
And that's what I said. I heard little man got that jumper. I want to get him out there on the
Yes,
team with us.
The Northeast by my grandma's house on Cassidy.
Okay.
Listen,
That might be the spot you was talking
Yeah.
about, where you was talking about that
Trying to
might
get him
be,
into something else.
oh yeah.
yeah.
Listen, I'm telling you, and like I said, Jupiter just made the All-Star team. They just won.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? We did his banquet on Saturday. You know what I mean? He got his awards and stuff like that. But as much as he loved basketball, he football all day. I
See,
mean, like that's what he loved to play,
I
and
think that's
that's
a
what he
Reg
does.
too on
Mhm.
the low. I just think he's a and I know Mike knows more than I think he's just confused. When you're good at a lot of things, you don't know which way to lean.
I need
Well,
to get
and
him out
what's-
there with
what-
Mike though.
What kills me on that is like his favorite right now is soccer, between soccer, basketball,
Right.
and football.
Mhm.
And I'm
Yep.
like, bro, I love you. Soccer is not going to be.
You remember when I
Listen,
stopped playing football?
listen, I get that though. You know, when you do soccer, it teach you that footwork.
It does.
Though.
It does. And honestly,
You know, like
it
And
developed.
stamina.
And
All
stamina.
you do is run.
And it developed. What it did was also it developed his like on the field communication and leadership. Like he talks more than anybody else on the field.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm here, they're there, like you go here, like he
and
directs
you gotta
traffic.
that's a captain. That's a leader right there.
That's what I'm saying. Mike want a linebacker. I think we got a quarterback.
Listen, they got you
like
played on
Josh
this last
Allen.
one. He played tight end.
I think we got a quarterback, man.
Shar keeps asking me like, how do we cultivate that? And I'm like, just get him to keep playing. And get him to be okay with being like quarterback because he complains about it sometimes.
Not only does he keep playing now, but see, this is what we do. We can't let him get bored with quarterback because we have to train him in other positions. You got to train him running back as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when you do play quarterback,
I get that.
You know how to break, you know what to look for, how to lower your shoulder, you know all that, and you don't get bored with doing the same old thing over and over again. And
I don't think he's going to have a problem with contact.
No. No.
Now you can tell he good. He gonna be good with that.
That nigga's head is bigger than mine right now.
I measured him. He was 4'11", so just shy of 5 foot, and he's every bit of 135, 140 pounds.
How old is he?
Fucking crazy.
How old is he, Mike?
He turns 8 in like 2 weeks.
Cool. Oh,
that is fucking
He need to
crazy.
be a shark. He needs
5
to be out
foot
there
135 at 8 years old.
He's as big as you were in like 8th grade, Cliff.
Damn near. I was probably 2 inches taller.
You were a little taller than that. I'm giving you grief.
I was probably like 5'2", 5'3", and
you wasn't that big though.
I was probably 140.
You wasn't that big. That's for sure. But
8.
Yeah, he I'm telling you,
I was a teenager.
Like I was a big kid at 8, but I wasn't that big.
Yeah, we got one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But you can't burn him out either.
No, and that's
just
why
let them do whatever they want to do.
It too much. Like
yeah, you can't burn
him
out
on.
either.
I'm positive about it. I say, hey, if you want to go throw the ball around, whatever, like cool. I try to get him to be. I've got to do a better job of helping him just stay active.
He just needs to know.
Bro, that's just a thing. You know what I'm saying? That you feel like that because you father, you already got him. He active. You know what I'm saying? You just want to be on him and make him be active. You know what I'm saying? But from what I see, he be active.
He is.
You know what I'm saying? What I do is I go out to the rec center at least 3 times a week. You know what I'm saying? Balling with Jupiter because like that's what I can do. I can play basketball. But football, I'm learning.
Well, and we're
for
good,
his sake.
And we're good. We're better about it during the summer. Like once it gets warm, like we'll be out more, and I can convince him to go out more. But
we gotta get him together.
Oh, listen, and that's all. That's what
training is training.
Once you get warm, then you out there. Period.
Right. And training is training. You want to have somebody to gauge yourself against.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you're already gauging yourself against the best in their area, there's no way that you're going to fall short. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. And it just so happened that they both in the same family.
Exactly.
We just got to do better.
They both in the same family, like I said.
We just got.
We get them out there. They're done. They're taking over the whole. And you know, my cousin's the coach too. So nice. I mean, we would be, mind you, I be seeing them online. Like I said, they just be amazing now.
Man, listen, I wish I might even have to put the link. There is a 7-minute video on WorldStar.
Okay.
And it's like a college video or a high school video, kids going to college, like a hype video, you know what I'm saying? When I say there are kids as young as the 2nd grade on this video,
they good.
When I say that there are kids as young as the 2nd grade on this video that can shoot from the 3 better than I can.
Listen.
And I know it's highlights, but I'm saying like for a child that young to
They
be
want it.
understand. When
Mhm.
I say there are kids in the second grade Euro stepping,
You know, it's funny. When did we
Euro
become
stepping
this?
in the second
we
grade.
talking about our next generation of kids, Mike. When did we were just talking about us not too long ago, and now me and Mike discussing our boys out there on the field. You know what I'm saying? Like it's funny how life turning. I tell you,
I mean,
Yeah.
for all of it.
they gonna be stars though. I'm for that. You know what I'm saying? I put all of my eggs into my son's basket. Let me just address that.
You got
You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? I'm full force with pretty much everything. And I had to stop from trying to burn them out with basketball because I don't want them to.
Well, and
not
that's the
wanna
whole
play.
reason, like, I don't push the soccer thing either, or
Right.
fight against the
Mhm.
soccer thing. Is like, he does it because his friends do it. Cool. Like, as long as you
Exactly.
continue, like,
Mhm.
the thing I'm gonna try to get him into next winter because two of his friends do it is wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, do
yeah.
that and basketball.
Oh
and
yeah,
like,
for sure.
Whoa
Mhm.
there. But the only bad thing about it is you could be a 2-time Olympian, professional, you could even take that and translate it into MMA and UFC fight. You
Yeah.
won't get paid that much.
No, but wrestling
It's
in
good,
particular
yeah.
is good for
Good skill.
everything else. It's a good skill. and
It'll
I'll
get
tell
his
you-
name out. Yeah.
Well, and I'll tell you, even because of like football.
That's what I was about
Best
to say.
thing I
'cause of
ever did was
football.
wrestle, because it taught me leverage. It taught me how to like drop my
Right.
level, shit like that.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
But
that
isn't it during the
matters.
same season though?
It is,
What?
but they're only doing it like he's at the age still where like they're basketball, at least the league he's in right now, like they don't practice. Well, they do, but it's like an hour before the game, and then they play the game.
I understand
Okay.
exactly
But
what
in
you're saying.
wrestling, as
He
long
doesn't
as
know about after every day going and
right.
right.
So if you can
So
get him
you
to
can
do it
fit
when
it
he's
in.
young, then like he
Right,
can do
right.
it once a week or twice a week, like practice one day a week and a meet the next, like on Saturday or whatever.
And if you're doing everything, you're not getting sick of one thing.
Right. And right now it's just exploring and honestly like continuing to develop
can hear
his
Mike, too.
his skill.
Yeah, you can't hear?
Not loud.
Oh no.
I want
No, I wouldn't be able
I want them to hear Mike too.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's the only bad thing about it. Because
We
even
got
if
the
I
viewers going.
Oh, see, this is why you need a splitter. We should
Yeah,
have gotten you a
really?
splitter.
I mean, we got the splitter, but I don't have one to split to the
Speaker.
Gotcha.
Oh, but you know what you could do?
Because I need everybody to hear my bro Mike too on the other end, so y'all can hear
Yeah, you know what you could do?
You know,
Is it a what's the name back there? I don't know where it's in the living room. If I you put the speaker on and
podcast
it's
is
on
the
there.
Fools Agree. Link into it. Go on YouTube. Check it out everywhere. Tune in.
Right. Yeah,
Tune
we
in.
don't need to post what he's saying if y'all watching.
Yeah, feel me.
Fuck the
Tune
TikTok.
in.
Tune in on the YouTube. Run them both. And
Right.
it's so. But what was he talking about?
I don't know. Chris just chimed in with something about football and like MMA starting to get
My
paid
brother-
That whole
too,
wrestling and MMA.
You
with
know
the
what?
football.
It's funny though. It's funny that he brought. I'm glad that he did that. Ain't that guy? And I know God might not want us to gamble, or nothing like that. But UFC does come on tomorrow evening, and there is a specific parlay
Really?
on that they were saying on the there was a parlay that they were saying. I want to say on what's the podcast that Gordon always be posting with Brendan Schaub, the ex
I know who you're talking about, but
the
What
King.
is it?
No, it's
the fighter and the kid. No.
Golden Hour.
Go now.
Listen,
Mhm.
they give a pretty strong parlay. I don't know it by heart. I'm not even going to name it what I think it is because I'm dealing with people's money. But I will say, if you have Spotify, Apple, iTunes, and I'm not even trying to promote for them, just get on the Golden Hour podcast. It's within the last 15 minutes of the show. he gives a parlay that it's at least gonna give you, if you put 5 up, it's at least gonna give you 250 out of it. If it hits. You're at least gonna get $250. And that's just me off of, thinking of the odds, but it could be more.
So I usually don't do this on the podcast, but tomorrow's Saturday. We got Easter Sunday coming up after that. So, like, all of A-Reg's stuff for Sunday is pretty much canceled. Yeah. The weather's been a little bit warmer.
Are you trying to?
I'm trying to get a fire.
Trying to get a fire and watch
and
the fights out back.
Fire
you
and
ain't
fights.
say nothing. When you trying to do that? Let's do that
tomorrow night. Fire and fights.
I'm with that. Tomorrow
night. Sure. I'm with
A-Reg and I were talking
fights.
about popping on, like cooking out and then doing a fire in a movie. Do a short kids movie, put him to bed, keep the fights on.
I'm with all that.
Oh, for sure. I'll bring you.
I'm with all that.
For sure.
Malk, you out there?
Right. Listen.
Get them together.
Oh, yeah. Malk's definitely available.
I mean, we haven't done anything like that in a while.
And it's the perfect time to do it because it's not too hot, not too cold.
Right.
It's supposed to be like 62 tomorrow, so it'd be good.
And then it's at night.
So that it ain't even
like
gonna
the
be
fire.
that cold. Yeah, like that up.
Kick the fire off
the boys
at like
out there.
7, or cook out around 6:30. Turn the fire or hit the fire by like 7:30. Have the movie or whatever up at 8. Maybe do some yard games. We got some cornhole.
Listen, I'm with all that.
I think we having a cookout.
We having a cookout. Let's do it. Tell
and
me
guess what?
Bring.
I don't need to be invited to the cookout because I'm fucking host.
That's because we wouldn't invite you anyway.
Whatever. I got my certificate. I got a permanent invite. Thank you.
You know you in there, man. Stop playing.
Let's do it.
He said, I got a permanent. Don't get all soft on me. You know you in there. I'm busting balls, baby.
My heel in that shirt, just so that it's shown. You feel me? My logo.
There you go.
Heel in that all day, everywhere.
Pop it.
One time for the one time.
Pop it.
You feel me? Heel in that Smock Road.
So the other show that you told me to watch, Cliff, was it Ancient Weapons or something like that?
Of course, that's something that Overwatch.
No, it wasn't. It was ancient. It's ancient something. I don't think it's called Ancient Weapons, but
it was all about like ancient super weapons, or at least the episode.
Not
I
the
watched.
whole thing. Yeah,
the episode
not the
I
whole
watched
thing.
was the Archimedes one was, and I had known about the death ray or whatever, that they thought that was plausible just from the being able to reflect or refract light off of the like copper shields onto boats, basically to ignite them. Yeah. The other one that was interesting there was the claw.
I mean, but we've been burning ants for years,
right?
And it's not like
burning ants for years.
Well, you would have to have
everybody's had a magnifying glass.
Everybody
and done it at least once.
Yeah.
And the thing is like, twice. I believe that.
You feel me? I've done it more than twice, probably.
I have.
Burn them up.
I believe that is plausible. However, conditions would have to be super right for it to work, right? Like the sun would have to be at the right angle.
Right,
so
you can't guarantee
it or reflect it. It would have to be a sunny day. Like
I was gonna say, sun got to be close enough.
But think about it though. How many places? Like, let's think about it honestly, because we've talked about how we may not be the first generation to have come this far.
Right. If you're talking,
which means that
can't come what far?
Like they may have had their version of internet back in Egypt, and we're just now realizing that they were maybe as far as we were. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not the
first to
we're the arrogant ones to be like, yeah, we the first to do this shit, but it doesn't mean we were.
Right.
It's possible.
It's
and the thing that trips me out is it's possible that there was a civilization, and it goes right to what we were talking about. Just even in the last like 60 years, we're or 300, anywhere between like 50 years and 300 years, we're uncovering stuff from that history, that like wasn't common knowledge. So think about millions of years ago, that it is possible that there was a civilization here that was covered, thrown to dust.
I agree with that.
And like we just have no surface evidence of it
because it was gone from the from the Ice Age.
It was
I
covered
agree
from
with
the
that.
Ice
That's what I
Age.
said. How do you know that we didn't have all of those things? You know what I'm saying? Like people always try to say that they're the first to do this, the first to do that. Nah, there was a whole nother world before we had this second world. You know what I'm saying? So,
and just because we haven't uncovered anything doesn't mean shit. Like if they were advanced enough to survive through what this planet has been through,
exactly,
they were advanced enough to get the fuck out.
Exactly, exactly.
Or get the fuck out. Let's round it all the way back.
They're underwater. Bring in Cliff. Bring in Cliff.
Water world.
I don't even mean underwater. I mean, if we know that they've been constantly building on top of for hundreds of years, then we know factually that there are places to dwell up under us.
Right.
And we're not even going that deep.
You can survive under there though too. You know?
I don't even know if it's a situation of survival, right? Like, because now I would hate to run into a motherfucker that lived in apartment 302, 30 feet below us. Because, you feel me? Because they eating rats, they eating whatever's coming along. Man, I'm sure them motherfuckers is crawling on all fours down in that bitch.
But if they're an advanced society, if there was plausible, if there was
like if the underground world was running it and we was the dumb motherfuckers on top, like
if you're gonna give credence to the fact that they were advanced enough to survive through all of that, why wouldn't they have hydroponics or something else that they could basically grow their food that they need?
Right. So they vegetarians, they vegans.
You know, you need the sun.
Point, they may eat rats.
How can they get sun? They need sun to make it grow.
Maybe they don't.
Vitamin D pills.
Or maybe they've evolved to the point where they don't need vitamin D. Like if we're talking old enough that there's no recorded history, we're talking hundreds of generations, if not.
My only rebuttal immediately that comes from that is I really don't think that you could evolve in darkness or artificial light. I think you need sun.
I think you can evolve in darkness. You know what I'm saying? I think that your eyes really can evolve to be able to see
definitely
in the dark.
Definitely
you know what I'm saying? But that's what I said. Like,
but what do you become? Like Dracula. A pale, like motherfucker down there, pale, skinny nigga.
You turn
that feeds on rats.
You know what I'm saying? Where they be up underneath. You know what I'm saying?
They look like me. They're that
sunlight. You turn into.
You said what? What'd you say, Mike?
They look like me. They're that pale.
Nah. We ain't talking nothing like that. I'm talking like.
You said they look like
loosely.
Pale.
I'm talking like. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, you can't tell where this shirt starts and where I stop.
Shut the fuck up. I don't even think they got whites at their eyes. Like, you know how they said, don't fire until you see the whites at their eyes. If you was dealing with niggas 30 feet under, niggas would never fire. They would never fire. They'd be like, where?
If they're like
There's no
us,
white, nowhere. They just black eyes.
If they're like us, they have
pupils.
Can
evolve to
they have
whatever
big
you
pupils
into.
like a cat.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? I think you can evolve with whatever, you know what I'm saying, environment that you into. So if there is, you know what I'm saying, under there in the dark, listen, like what you said, the most they'd be is like super pale and like super wrinkled and like super like creatures. But I guarantee, like creatures, but I guarantee they can probably see down there. And they're making it work. Sure. You know what I'm saying? And they making it work.
That was what that movie
that I can't think of the name of it.
We watched it out at
Listen,
we watched it at Shookums back then. You know what I'm talking about? Descent.
Descent. Bro, he's a fucking fool, man. I can't even.
That's exactly what
And
that
like
was
I said,
about.
they evolved like into whatever was up under there. They like turned into something, you know what I'm saying, to make them be able to, you know what I'm saying, live in that environment. You know what I'm saying? And I think that you can do that. You feel me? But they was eating like stuff that turned them into like something.
They
crazy.
was eating whatever came down there.
Because
and that
they had
meant
to survive.
people, mice, critters,
Whatever
anything
comes.
that they could chew on. You know what I'm saying? Like
little mole rats.
little mole rats.
Do y'all agree?
Little mole rats, little centipedes.
Fucking everything down there. You know what I'm saying?
All
It's
that.
like,
Whatever's available, they eating it. That's why I said that I bet even if they was only 30 feet below, they crawl on all fours.
they do.
Isn't that what that's probably what
do.
they said about black folks though before they came over on the ships?
That what they
like they was
first
like,
said.
wait till these motherfuckers die. Let's see what these animals look like.
Okay, and was
They
the
probably
strongest
crawl
thing they
on
ever
floors,
seen.
their knuckles are hairy.
Except
So
we knew that they were 7 foot tall at one point, so they weren't
Exactly.
crawling on
and
all
was
fours.
the strongest thing they had ever seen.
all I'm saying is let me hold back on how I feel about them motherfuckers 30 feet below. Because they may, you know what I'm saying?
They probably
We've been
listening.
Far be it for me to do the same thing to y'all.
Listen,
But if I
Go ahead.
could gambling man, I'm a gambling man.
listen, I like to gamble.
If they don't crawl on
I
all
like to
fours,
lose my money.
they walk low to the earth. I promise.
Because they underground, dude.
This is a fool, man. He's so crazy.
Shit.
Listen, like I said, I like to gamble. I'm willing to gamble. I don't like to lose my money, so I tread lightly with it.
Listen, ain't no
You feel me?
treading lightly if you 30 feet below, motherfucker. You on all
Listen,
fours.
I get freaked out being upside down. So being below like that makes me already freaked out. You feel me? That's why I ain't never took a cruise.
That's exactly what a vampire would say.
Bruh, I'm a vampire.
I don't like being upside down. I don't like the dark. I don't fuck with none of that.
And you know, the Reeds never chimed in about the vampire comment.
Blood.
Okay,
That's
listen,
nasty.
listen, I can't mess with none of that. Okay, that's bro. Y'all gotta watch this show.
You
And
wake
y'all
up-
gotta tune into this podcast.
In a whole both ways,
I
coming
mean,
in and out both sides of your neck
Listen,
and be
you can
draped
call
out
me a
by the
fan.
morning.
Okay, listen, you can. This fool's a fool. No, he's a fool.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
They listen. I wish y'all could see Mike because Mike's a fool. You know what I mean?
What's good, baby, baby?
We're in here kicking it, bro. Like this,
Who?
this shit lit.
Somebody's here.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
All right, I'll be right back. Keep that going.
Oh, I ain't going nowhere. You feel me?
So, Face,
and
what
Mike
you
on
got?
here.
What you got?
Listen,
What you want to talk about?
listen. You know what? I want to talk about life. You know, life been good. I've been really on my meditation thing. I've been
That's
trying
good.
to you know, trying to live better, trying to be better. You know, be the best I can be. I just opened up my own staffing agency.
Really?
Going into business for myself.
All
you
right.
know.
I've been debating it lately because it's been tough going in terms of finding a new gig, and I've got a couple of different opportunities and things that I'm thinking about starting. So
You
I'm
know,
also
what, Mike?
waiting
That's
to
what I'm saying, bro. I get
finally
that.
sign off on that divorce paperwork so I can start all of this free and clear. But,
No, I didn't even know that, bro.
Oh yeah, she and I separated like 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. We're just
Oh,
now
free
finalizing
agent out here.
stuff.
Free agent out here, Mike. You know we used to kick. Oh, a little cousin here.
Oh goodness.
Yes, sir.
What's good?
So
y'all?
that's what I've
That's
been.
the only
bro.
Christopher that I fuck with. Fuck Hemsworth. Fuck Pratt. Fuck
I don't know if Chris is allowed back on the show.
Okay.
Fuck all that. But
Chris is invited to the cookout.
Yeah. So, bro, that's what I've been doing. You know what I'm saying? I
Good.
started that out just trying to, because like how you said, I had just got done with working for somebody else. And like I said, I ain't trying to make nobody else no millionaire.
That's funny that you said that. You remember was that last episode or was the one before last that I said I'm working, but I don't feel productive.
Yeah,
I don't feel like I'm producing for anyone.
You know, in 2023, I feel like everybody in the world knows, you know what I'm saying, what it is to work for them type of businesses and everything. And nobody's willing to break their back for other people that don't even appreciate you or pay enough. They raising everything in the economy, but they ain't raising nobody's money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, y'all continue to want us to keep coming down. So with that being said, we're going to just start going into business for ourselves and just, we all going to have enough money. Because if we work underneath y'all, all we doing is making y'all rich and keeping us right here where we can't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And and a lot of us is done with that. So.
No, and I get that. And like, I am one more round of interviews away from opening my own consulting company.
Oh yeah,
and making the Foolproof Entertainment Network a subsidiary of that company.
Right.
And you should though. Like it's like, bro, go ahead, just do that. You
know what? Just came to me. When you think about all these little young niggas, and I'm sorry for people out there that are listening that don't quite rock with my lingo, young men and women. The next generation, when you think about them, they've done so much when it comes to socially pushing the world forward, right? There is no way you can rely on them to do that economically. Now, yes, there will be YouTubers that are making millions and Twitch streamers, but they don't know how to maintain an economic structure, right? So that's then up to us, right? We're the ones that are supposed to move the boomers out of the way.
Here's the thing.
And I don't mean that disrespectfully, with all due respect, but it is time for the boomers to move.
Oh, yeah.
And it's up to us to do it. And I don't know that we're the
ones that make the money, the boomers, as what you call it. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? I wouldn't even take it away from the ones who like now, there's little younger ones because they doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like how we doing it.
But they can't run it. But they can't run the world. You know how
of course not. Of course not. But this is the thing. When you younger, you willing to jump out there with it. You know what I'm saying? That's when you ain't got no fear or nothing in there. We laid the platform for them to be able to go out there and just do it.
Right. They
you know what I'm saying? So
they supposed to do it.
Like I said, our generation was just, we did it. You know what I'm saying? We started to just do stuff. Now the ones underneath us watched us and they actually put it in play though. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of younger.
I agree.
A lot of younger folks knowing now because we told them you should own a business. And now everybody has to go to college to own a business.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I follow now.
You don't have to be in debt.
You
don't got to just go from 18 and then go to debt from being in college or anything like that. It's like.
But that was the whole.
Why not? No. But why not? Why not go in debt for yourself over going in debt? I would
prefer to be in debt with a small business loan over a college loan.
I absolutely
any day.
That's what I said. I would way rather because in my business name, guess what? I can close that out and start another one. That ain't even my that's my business that went bankrupt, not me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you go into college and say you go and you drop out 3 years, you old. And it's like I didn't even finish or want to do it. I way rather
and you have nothing. You didn't make it, so you have nothing
to show for it.
Exactly.
But if I do it and start my own business experience, and I might
3 years of business experience, that's enough to make a great next business.
Exactly. Right. And all we can say is my last business went bankrupt. I didn't. Right. You know what I mean? So
stop playing.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
No, all that makes sense. And honestly, like you were bringing up young leaders and young people in general. Did you all see this? See all the talk with what is it, Justin Johnson down in Tennessee? So he is a lawmaker. I think he's Democrat, Tennessee state representative, not anything federal or anything like that. But basically, he was like the second or third person that the Congress tried to expel. The state representative, mostly a Republican state representatives, tried to expel him or did expel him. And you should go watch some of his speeches because some of the stuff that he is like coming to the table with.
What did they?
Did they expel him for? What was he?
I honestly don't know what he was actually expelled for.
I want to know
what was he in for?
No, but I think it was basically because he broke protocol in reaction to like the latest shooting. Latest mass shooting.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And so he basically went to lawmakers and said, "You'll vote to expel me, but you'll vote with the NRA," and like just went off and like his speech and that kind of stuff. And honestly, a lot of the Black Lives Matter movement is people under the age of 30 that are doing this kind of stuff.
Correct.
And, like, but our generation slacked. Our generation failed.
I agree. They did. We did because
you know
so
what,
busy
though,
on
you know
us,
what,
though.
though? I'm gonna keep it a buck, and I apologize. I'm not even gonna apologize, but it lets if the people that employ me or whoever lets them know exactly where I'm at, and I have no problem with that either, though. But what I'm getting at is you can't put that on us specifically, right?
No, but
because.
Go ahead. Sorry.
And let me give a reason behind it, right? Because when you think about it, our generation, like the late 80s generation, we were the ones that came from the break of the crack epidemic.
Yes.
We weren't in the crack epidemic, but we were the ones that were coming out of that crack epidemic.
No, I would have to say we were the ones that were in the crack epidemic.
I understand.
We were the kids in it. You know what I'm saying? Because, that went through the late 80s all the way through the 90s, all the way until about 2000.
And here's the real...
Well, see, now they didn't change it a lot.
Here's the real thing, though. Now it's
all that crazy shit.
It then went from that to meth. That's what the crazy thing
but
is for that.
Here's the real thing, though. The reason our generation has failed is that we lost our leaders before we were born.
Absolutely.
That's what I was getting at.
The leaders for us were people like Dr. King, like Malcolm X, like the folks that were killed by COINTELPRO type operations in the 60s and 70s. And so we grew up leaderless, and we grew up with figurehead leaders like Reagan, like the early Bushes, like Nixon, like that is the generation.
You are absolutely.
And then we just had to become leaders on our own.
And we haven't had.
That's the thing, I guess that's where my I don't want to say resentment comes in, but it is a piece of resentment that's like that's where we were supposed to step in. Regardless of who was taken before us.
I agree.
That's where someone from our generation.
And where you're going to hate me, with this.
Okay.
The social justice leaders of our generation were people killed either in gang violence, by their own people.
Yes.
In the mid-90s.
Yes.
No, I don't hate you. I would never hate you.
Listen, here's the thing, and I'm gonna address that right now.
They have done a good job of killing our leaders our entire life.
What they do is they do that. You know what I'm saying? They know they put us. Let's do this like this. They put us in a place where we can't get out. You know what I'm saying? Let's call it the crabs in the barrel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They put us in a place where we can't come out. It's just like let's say Nipsey Hussle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They offer a band who has absolutely nothing because they're not going to put their own self in it. What they're going to do is they're going to ask one of the people who can't get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody so poor that if you put just a little bit of money, because please believe, they need it so bad that if you give them that, I'll take this man out. You know what I'm saying?
That situation.
But this is what I'm saying. That's what they do. It's just like I said,
what you're saying.
like they did. You know what I'm saying? I'll say Malcolm X was taken out by his own people. You know what I'm saying? Like that. But I feel like Martin Luther King was taken out by the other side that was paid.
Nah, that's how it is every trip. Nah, we always taken out by our own people because no one's gonna get close enough to us.
Listen,
but our own people. Trust and believe. If they wanted me dead, he would be the one they would lean on.
Except I got what I need, so I don't got to worry about it.
He would be the one that they would lean on.
What you would have to be to a certain level of love, though. They got to get you in. You know what I'm saying? You can't just come to somebody and be like, man, take your brother out. You got to be desperate. They're going to go for the one that is so desperate.
Listen, I'm the kind of nigga that I'm like, how much?
Listen.
How much? How much they want? How much they pay you to take me out?
You know what I'm saying? I
can get low real quick. You know?
Listen, they go to one that needs it so fucking bad. Where it's like, bro, his back is up against a wall.
Right.
And like I said, you only gonna go to somebody in poverty. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because those are the ones that need it so bad.
Right.
And what it is like I said, they put you here where you can't get out. Period. It's like they down there they put the gate around, but it's invisible. You know what I'm saying? They made you take the gates down, but they still got them there and it's invisible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's hard to get out, mind you, and then you in such a tight space that the people don't want you to get out either because they can't get out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So all y'all gonna do is do this all the time. Right. So it's like,
well, and when you started seeing revolutionary voices start to come up through music, through whatever it is, they are quickly silenced.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Like, are you telling me
absolutely
that if Pac was here 10 years later than when he died, that he couldn't have been somebody that started a revolution?
Absolutely. I agree with you. I agree 100%. And he would have started a revolution. You know what I'm saying? And
that's why he had to go.
Absolutely. You know, it's like I said, they take out the ones that we gonna listen to. You know what I'm saying? And the problem is we need more to listen to.
Well, and the thing is that the people that came up around him, how much did they move away from like social justice commentary after he died? After he was killed?
You want to take it even deeper? You want to take it even deeper than that?
I mean, Ice Cube's doing fucking family movies, for goodness sake.
You want to You want to take it even deeper than that?
But you got to play the game.
You do, and I'm not mad at them for doing that.
That's what I said. It's always chess. It's never checkers.
Let me blow y'all shit back
what you got?
Let me blow y'all shit back right one time. When you have a Tupac that could potentially change the world and you kill him off. But you know that he's inspired so many. What's the next thing that you can do to make sure the message doesn't get received?
You replace him with somebody who's doing something similar, but not the same.
Even deeper.
Okay.
Even more diabolical than that. You flood the voices with giving everyone a chance to speak.
That's fair. That makes sense.
Now we offer TikTok, YouTube, podcast, shit like us.
You know what
I'm saying?
But I gotta say though,
a lot of that is made. Nobody wants everybody.
I don't know, because a lot of us has made it where you can. It might be flooded, but you can say so much more stuff. People can hear everything from everywhere. You can't really just do anything.
But it's hard. But to Cliff's point, it's hard to find an audience then.
Right.
It is.
It's because it becomes very niche.
Back in the day, we wanted to rap because it wasn't a whole bunch of people that was able to.
Right.
But if we'd have came out now when we could have made our own way,
it'd be a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
I'd be the one in the news right now.
You know what I'm saying? I kind of like that. It's a lot easier
No,
to get money like that.
It's how the world
You know what I'm
goes.
saying?
I
It's
like it, but
everything change. Everything, you know, everything
Yeah.
changes. And like what we was talking about,
rock with
everything
it.
evolves.
I don't know if I like
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say this.
You know what
I
I mean?
like I'm up with the internet. I like the internet. You know what I'm saying? It's like I like that you can get money a lot. Everybody in the world can get money through the internet. You know what I'm saying? It's like on some real stuff. When you think about how much money is out there in the world, it's like ridiculous. You got people that are like, to me, I call them hoarders.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? If somebody got like 10, like over like 20, it's like you're hoarding money.
Well, that's
like,
Cliff and I's rule. The Reggie Jennings or Jordan Jennings platform was over 500 mil.
500 mil is the cut.
You gotta go.
You don't need more than 500 mil.
Like,
if you're not helping the world and you reach that 500 mil mark, I feel like, I just feel like you should have a tag on your head. Like where people are like, now we coming to get that 500 mil.
Listen, like I said, it's so many, like, it's crazy because like I said, I drink so much water.
That's how I feel.
You know what I'm saying? Because I be feeling like sometimes I go to the fountain and be thinking, bro, I can't believe I could just get water. And there's people like kids, I mean, they couldn't dare go to the bathroom and get water. It's like, why not? When you got somebody sitting on $50 billion.
Right.
To me, I think it's like I said, that's why I like the way the world be going with everybody feeling a lot more chill in the world and feeling like everybody deserve what they should.
Listen, the reason why that you'll never have that is because that doesn't make me any money. Exactly. I don't get any money from providing everyone else water. And the bottom line is, if I do provide everyone else water, eventually they'll expect to receive water. Yes. And then I have to deal with even more than what I was dealing with in the beginning, because people are crude individuals.
And thank you, for
even if you help them, they want more.
And thank you for explaining late stage capital.
And that's natural. I'm not saying, I'm not trying to describe anyone, you know what I'm saying? But it's natural. You help me this much,
but that's also
help me with this.
That's
that's the thing. Everybody got to know, you know what I'm saying? When you're a leader, you got to, it's a cutoff. And you can only go so far with me.
Then that comes down to dictator and communism.
Well, but
it
comes down to
it's communism.
It's socialism. And the thing is that socialism isn't inherently bad. There is no reason why every human on this earth, given the amount of wealth in this world, there is no reason why we can't provide basic human needs. That is my exact point right there.
It's like there's no way.
There's no reason why I can give my last $5 to a nigga begging for something at Speedway. Meanwhile, a nigga making 100,000 a year is passing him up saying I ain't got it.
Right.
Listen, I went to New York over last summer. You know
they ain't about to. You ain't about to hustle me, man.
I got a chance to see.
I ain't giving nobody nothing in New York unless I choose to give.
But the whole point is you know, New York is one of the oldest states, you know, here. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of money there. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is all you see there in that city is like selfishness. Everything is fast, and I mean like selfish.
I don't think it's their fault though.
No, that's my point. It's not. It's something that they've had over generations to make them and know that. And all I'm saying is like what Mike is saying. It's like it's too much money in the world for anybody to not have water. I think it's ridiculous.
Nigga, so if you can spend $2,000 for this room that we're just podcasting in, and that's your entire house. And not only is that your entire house, but they split it in half and give you a little walkway to lay up at the top of.
Oh yeah,
right, like you said, with a little bathroom up under.
Listen, it's crazy.
And you think, man, nigga, you better not give us guns. That's how I would feel. If I'm living in New York and I'm paying thousands of dollars to live here and I got rats, You better not give me a strap.
You know, if our girl wasn't in Costa Rica, I would call her and tell her to hop on.
Well, she in Manhattan.
She's in Brooklyn. But you're right.
Gentry, Brooklyn. No,
Gentrified,
I'm just saying.
No doubt.
But it's fine, truth.
We've got a full house tonight.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nothing. You just looked at me. What you talking about?
Chris over here in the corner on his best behavior. He over here like, I don't even want to talk to you. This was nigga.
Oh man! All right, what else we got?
Where were we? What were we talking about?
We went on a big diatribe.
Yeah, we went everywhere. We did go everywhere.
They keep running a little dirt thing, or
no, we was just talking about what we was talking about in general.
What is the one thing that I look up? You know how he be like, he's reading?
Who's reading?
Like his super fan thing where they be dropping.
Oh yeah, you the only way you can see that is on the it's on YouTube, but it's on the comments.
Well, and it's weird because like I can see
sometimes they don't show them.
Well, but you have to be on the multi-stream. Multi-stream, you'll get them from everywhere instead of just YouTube. So, like, if you're on Streamlabs, here we are. Peek behind the curtain.
That might be why So, the only reason why I say that is because we be on Hit the Showers and I get comments, and then I go to YouTube and I'll be like,
where is it? Yeah.
They're not there.
Sometimes it shows up on Facebook.
They're commenting from somewhere else.
Yeah, if they're coming in from Facebook or Twitch.
Perfect sense. That makes perfect sense.
And if you're looking at the production screen, you have YouTube and then you have multi-stream. And if you click multi-stream, it'll bring it all in.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to that.
He was reading people's comments, and I'm over here on the Facebook Live, like, where the
That makes sense, though.
Well, that's the thing with multi-platform streaming.
You can almost troll a motherfucker and be like, Devin from Beverly Hills. No, sir, I will not vote Trump 2024. But
no, I won't make out with you.
I love your comment. You know, that's weird. Shit's weird. This shit's all this everything's going weird.
I do like that you have this Foolproof shirt with like the red inlay instead of the green. That's
Oh, y'all do all of them. You just ain't asked me. Now them I can do them all day long.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to have you come over and show me.
Y'all can do these all day long.
I ain't gonna lie, that is hard.
It is. I like it.
What I usually do, and I'm not trying to, I'm a old head. I know the young niggas don't do this, but I like matching my shirt with my shoes.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
So what I usually do is figure out what shoes I'm gonna wear, and I just do both colors.
All right, then I'm gonna need some blue one. I'm gonna need a Foolproof with like the blue outlay.
I got all of it. The vinyl is easy. That's easy to do. My issue is the printer, like printing pictures or faces, or people want like dead relatives and all that.
Yeah.
I don't have my printer right now can't do all that.
I get you.
Well, it can, but they bricked it.
Right.
Until I get it right.
Back. My fault.
All right. We are an hour and 20 in. What else we got?
We gotta have something else.
Shoot, whatever. Throw something out there.
I'm about to. Hold up.
Well, I've got something, but I'm gonna cover it in either my own show or on TikTok. So
well, no. What's on your mind first? You can't say that without.
No, they dropped the trailer for Ahsoka with Rosario Dawson. So Ahsoka is a character.
Rosario Dawson, I like her.
Who is that? I'm not sure who that
Rosario.
The girl from Clerks.
From where?
Clerks
She don't
2.
know Clerks.
Mall?
Sin City. The
Bob and Silent Bob?
Yeah, Jay and
Jay
Silent
and
Bob.
Silent Bob
Yeah,
is
that-
Clerks. Yeah. She said Bob and
Well, I said Bob and Silent somebody. I knew it was Silent somebody.
Nah, but the the chick, she got a white mouth.
You'd like her. Anyways.
Oh wait.
She was in
I know
Sin City. Not Sin City, but you know what I'm talking
this
about.
motherfucker. Chick with a big mouth.
Rosario Dawson.
I know that name. I'm just not sure who it is.
Well, anyways, so
started
she
it,
is.
They dropped the trailer.
So she is playing Ahsoka from Star Wars, and it is going to bring in some elements from a lot of the Legends canon, which I can't wait for in terms of like Grand Admiral Thrawn. So Cliff, you and I have talked about like entertainment figures that like resonated with us or whatever.
I knew exactly who you was talking about. Yeah.
But Grand Admiral Thrawn is the dude who, from Star Wars Legends books, is like the military mastermind, and he breaks down military strategy by evaluating their art.
Okay.
And so they're finally bringing him to live action. So it's going to be like a companion series to like The Mandalorian. So that's
only on Disney Plus.
Yep.
Oh, I got the Disney Plus.
Then,
you get that?
Yeah, I log mine into you, buddy.
Yeah, do that, cause or at least try, cause I bought it.
Oh, I
and
still
it
got
wouldn't work on mine.
I still
No, I
got that
got-
for years. I ain't changed it.
Okay. But
And
yeah,
then-
that's different though.
Yeah, I got Disney Plus all day.
And then Star Trek Picard finally had a reunion of the entire Next Generation cast.
Listen, bro, what's funny is I actually don't know anything about Star Wars. Like, I haven't seen one thing. Like, you know, and it actually is something I would probably watch, though.
Yeah. No, Mandalorian's good.
Now,
and you don't need to be like a Star Wars fan to watch Mandalorian.
Man, nowadays,
Mandalorian.
Star Wars.
That's what I said. I don't know nothing to think about it.
Right.
But I would watch it.
Oh, I'm sure you
I
would.
guarantee I would.
The other thing that's on Disney Plus that I want to watch is this elephants documentary. Because they're talking about, like, we finally figured out that elephants can, like, talk to each other.
I bet.
I
bet that they did. How you know what I'm saying? How they talk to each other.
Right.
Man. First, let's just say, man, I'm fucking enjoying myself.
Always a pleasure, Face.
Always a motherfucking pleasure, Mike. Always. So,
did we ever get an update from the Tic Tac? The Tic Tac or nothing?
What do you mean?
The orb that they saw above the
White House. I never did see an update on that.
I'm about to start losing this.
Probably because they're already meeting with them. And Joe Biden's
them motherfuckers
like,
landed underground, like we've been talking about. We know the White House got underground shit.
Oh, for sure.
Them
you know that for sure.
You know there was a Tic Tac UFO that hovered over the White House for 2 weeks.
Where they showed that at? Now I know you always be telling me some old conspiracy.
Oh yeah,
stuff.
it's on World Star, I'm sure.
No, it's not the UFO. It's not the UFO. It was.
I gotta see that.
China
I'm sure it's
spy.
on World Star
It
too.
was a China spy carrier.
No, not the balloon. It wasn't a balloon.
Oh, I ain't seen
No,
none of that.
It looks like an airplane or some shit.
See, everything that I can find about the Tic Tac UFO is stuff that was declassified from like 5 years ago.
Okay, they didn't watch the whole thing.
See?
So I
don't know. But all I'm saying is it's a lot of shit going on. And if I was an alien, I wouldn't want Earth blown up.
Somebody's convincing us not to get involved in the whole Russia.
You know, that's all I'm saying. But that's all I got.
All right. With all that, what do you got to take us out?
Love everybody, aliens and all, until they bust they move. But I suggest you be a quick draw if you gonna wait that long. Otherwise, swing first, like I've always known.
Do us a favor, like,
Yeah.
share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell him to troll. With that,
We out this bitch.
peace out, fool.